Zoo Wheat Mama, I've got a fun deck for you all today using one of my favorite archetypes of all time, which is Silver Surfer. And I'm combining it with the newly buffed Negasonic Teenage Warhead, making Sonic Surfer. So I'm going to go into the deck list as well as a detailed guide of how to pilot the deck and then get into some nice gameplay clips. And as usual, I do have timestamps on the video, so if you're just looking for a specific section, feel free to jump ahead. That's what the timestamps are there for, and let's get into it. So here's the Sonic Surfer deck list that I've been running in Gold Conquest this week. Starts out with Forge, who combos great with Brood and just good for getting power on the board. We've got Nova plus Killmonger combo to help power up our cards in multiple lanes. Goose is there to really stop any big expensive decks. She can lock down a lane by herself. Scorpion, just good power value. Brood, of course, is great with Forge and Silver Surfer. Mr. Fantastic is great for getting early advantage, keeping priority early, which helps out with Negasonic Teenage Warhead to just blow your opponents off the board. Rogue, great counter card for ongoings. Silver Surfer, of course, we gotta have him in a Surfer deck. Storm, great lane control again. And Cosmo and Killmonger, also just good tech and counter cards. So no Sarah in this deck. Instead, we're opting to just play 3 cross card and something else on turn 5. And this deck is pretty budget friendly. I mean, there are 4 pool 3 cards, 1 series 4 card in Negasonic, and no series 5 cards. So if you're a newer player and you have Silver Surfer and Brood, you can basically make this deck. And let's even look at some replacements if you don't have some of the other series 3 cards. So for possible replacements, we've got some options up here that are definitely replaceable, and you can look to replace it with basically any 3-drop that you like. It's a Silver Surfer deck. It works with basically every 3-cost card. You can even put Sarah back in if you're really fond of her. And then even good early game power with Iceman, Elsa, Jeff is always a good option as well. So this deck is very flexible. You can really mix and match what you like. To look at the main win conditions, of course, we have 3 drops into Surfer. Okay, just dropping down Surfer on turn 6 to power up most of our board is going to feel really nice. And then just good lane control. Goose, again, can block out some really bigger, heavy decks. Storm can block out everyone by turn 4. And then once we have 1 or 2 lanes closed off, it's going to be easier to counter our opponents with cards like Negasonic and Cosmo. To take a look at some good and bad matchups and locations. For the good matchups, something like Shuri, if we have priority going into turn 5 and we can just blow up whatever they're hitting with Shuri with Negasonic, that's going to be huge. That's really just going to win us that game, so we can snap and drop down Negasonic. And then against discard decks, we have so many tools. We have Cosmo to block their discard cards like MODOK and Hela, and we have Rogue to steal the ongoing ability of their Morbius. For some weaker matchups, Destroy decks might not be so great for us. We are running Nova and Killmonger, but our opponent will be happy if we're killing stuff, also with Negasonic and Armor. If our opponent is running Armor, that can block our Killmonger and Negasonic, making those just 3-2 or 3-3 cards with not so great abilities. For some good locations, the big house is great for us because all of our cards in this deck cost 3 or less, and the raft we can obviously fill up by turn 3 often with playing Scorpion plus Brood, or even if we don't have Brood, usually we can fill it up by turn 4 to get a free 6-drop. For the bad locations, the opposite of Big House, being Crimson Cosmos, we basically can't play there at all. Like, no cards in our deck can be played on Crimson Cosmos, so that really sucks. And locations that are just hard to play in, like that or Sanctum Sanctorum, we just don't have much to get in there. We've got Mr. Fantastic who can add 2 power, but that's about it, so we'll lose out to a Jeff in that scenario. Now let's get into my favorite part of the video, which is obviously the turn by turn guide. Turn 1, we might have Nova in hand. I will almost always just save him. We can often get him out on turn 4 alongside a 3-cost card, and you don't want your Nova getting hit with armor. So just skip turn 1. When it comes around to turn 2, we've got a couple options, Goose and Scorpion. If you know what kind of deck you're against, that may help you decide. But if not, you might just want to stick with Goose if you're planning to go for a more lane control situation, which could lead into turn 3, starting off with Storm. Mr. Fantastic is also a great alternative option just in the middle to power up your board if you don't have Storm in hand. But if you do, Storm is probably the best, and I will play her away from Goose. This really lets you control 2 locations because you can shut off Storm's lane by turn 4, and then Goose lane on turn 5 or 6 might be really tough for your opponent. So we'll go ahead and play Storm if we can. Turn 4, usually the best backup to Storm is just slapping down Brood. And if you can get Forge plus Brood, that's just going to be insanely powerful. If you don't have Brood, Negasonic could also be very good, especially if you have priority here. You can just drop Negasonic and you might kill some Darkhawk or some really big 4-cost card that your opponent decides to play on Storm's flooding location. Coming into turn 5, we obviously have the 2 Broodlings that spawned last turn, and we can just mix and match a 3-cost card alongside a 1 or 2-cost card. So it really depends on what you have in hand, what your opponent is playing, if you can already counter them with Rogue or using Cosmo to block something next turn. But in this case, you can use Negasonic even without priority just to set up for turn 6. It's going to be hard for your opponent to play there. Coming into turn 6, play another 3-drop, and of course Silver Surfer last. The only time you don't want to play Silver Surfer last is if you're playing Cosmo on the same location. Other than that, Silver Surfer always comes down last to power up all of your 3-drops at the same time. In this scenario, we also have Killmonger killing Forge and Nova to power up the rest of our locations, giving us 2 very, very strong lanes. Just tons of power here, and also very restrictive. It really cuts our opponent off because of Goose and Storm. So we're getting a bunch of power in these 2 lanes, and our opponent might be really restricted there. So that's my guide on how to play this Sonic Surfer list. Next, we'll get into some gameplay where I was playing through a gold conquest. I did end up winning an infinity ticket with it. Although I will say it was a bit challenging. I don't think Silver Surfer is the strongest deck right now. I think it's maybe sitting about B or C tier. There are a lot of great tech options like Rogue, Cosmo, Negasonic like you see here. But overall, I do think the deck just lacks some raw power that a lot of other decks are spitting out. So if you can get good tech cards and counter your opponents, you're going to be alright, but sometimes you might just lose that battle of raw power because of its spot in the meta right now. So that's enough talking. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, Goose is alright. I'm glad I have Rogue now. And Costco hot dogs are god tier. Worst locations ever. Oh, it's a discard. Oh, X-Mansion. Oh, I'm getting PTSD right now looking at this X-Mansion. Oh, that's tough. Are we going to have to... Oh, they did not get down Zabu. Okay. Okay, listen. We've had some bad experiences with X-Mansion. So one option is we could play Storm on X-Mansion to get rid of it so we don't screw ourselves over. The other option is that we put our faith in the heart of the cards, we play Fantastic Middle, we snap, and we hope to get something bigger out of X-Mansion. Boom. That's how we do it. It could be Hulk or MODOK for me. Okay, what are we getting? X-Mansion, please save us. Please. Please save us. Help. Help, X-Mansion. Help me. Okay, you know what? It was no Hulk. It was no Agatha. But I think Ant-Man sucks for them, and it gave me something better. So I'm happy with my snap. Yeah, I'm happy with my snap. I could rogue that even if I wanted to. I don't know if I do want to, but I could. And I could try and storm something or just Cosmo. I think there's a good chance we win the left, though. Ghost, wait, did they discard anything? Oh. No. Oh, they lost Dracula. How do they manage to keep the Costco hot dogs the same price? Yeah, the owner said they're keeping them as $1.50 forever. He says never letting go up. Okay, so Negasonic here could be pretty hilarious. Although it missed. Oh. Okay. So I think we're doing okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I think this is a good game. I think we're taking a win here. And we actually got rid of the middle, so Ant-Man is obviously not anymore. He's just gone. But Lizard also powered back up. And Negasonic locked down the right for us. Okay, good. I'm like, what? Did we really lose that just now? That would be nuts. But we didn't. We didn't. No, no, no. Who would have thunk it? Not I. Okay, not great starting hand. Savage Land takes up some board space. Yeah, I'm always in debate if Sarah is worth it in Surfer decks. Or if Sarah just takes up space. And you could play a 3-cost card on turn 5 instead of playing Sarah. Like, you don't need Sarah. Okay, if we get Brood, even if we don't get Brood, we could say we did, right? We're just going to snap right now. Although, Grand Central is pretty good for my opponent. I always snap and then see a location that's bad for me and be like, wait a minute, I should not have snapped there. But hey, what are you going to do? You're going to snap, like me. Foolishly. Yeah, Costco pizza is also pretty cheap, although I don't know if they're going to increase the price one day. But I know hot dogs, they said they would not. So, that's cool. So I could go ahead and just Killmonger right now. Because I don't think Rogue is doing anything either. Right? Is anyone thinking Rogue's actually doing anything? Squirrel Girl. Yeah. She would be in there. Disgustingly enough, Squirrel Girl would be in there. Sorry to admit it, but that's truth. Okay, well, we are getting this, and they cannot place it in big here because of Goose, and we're actually getting rid of Grand Central, so this is not too bad. Okay, ooh. Okay, we're popping off. We're popping off. I do believe. Boom. Ghost Rider, get out of town. Me and all my homies hate Ghost Rider. Okay, they got rid of Dracula. I think I just took a fat dubski. So, they snapped on me? They snapped on me. What do they have? Do they have Eliath? I think I beat Eliath. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I mean, I'm powering up 2 cards in the middle. No, even if they have Eliath, they'd get absolutely wrecked. I don't know what they're smoking. There's no way they beat this. There's not a single chance. There's no one card right now they can play that even comes close to winning. That was kind of close. It was close. It wasn't there. It was kind of close to winning. That wasn't a bad play. I don't know if I would have snapped because they knew I just got a free 6-powered card, but that was kind of close. So we beat Welcome to Costco. We have in fact ended our Costco membership and just taken them out. Okay, let's just throw Nova down. Let's save Nova. I changed my mind. I'm gonna save Nova. Okay, let's hit him with the Scorpion. Actually, I'm going to Scorpion mid because I probably want to Brood on the left and I want room for Rogue or something if I need it. We haven't run into too many ongoing heavy decks that we actually had a Rogue for. Oh, I don't like that. Ugh. That's no fun. So the problem is I could play Mr. Fantastic and then they use like Storm or something to get rid of that location. And that would kind of suck. But what are you going to do? We gotta just hope they can't get rid of that location. Okay, so if I was them, where would I Negasonic? I don't know. Or where would I play? Like, I want to hit them where they're going to play, right? Let's just, let's do this. Oh, they took a retreat. Yeah, the 7,500 gold bundle for the jet ski thing. And people skipped on Nirvana. For, you know, I do those polls on my YouTube here where I say like, hey, do you think you're going to get this card this week? Over half, I think, said they're not getting Nirvana because they were planning to get Mobius the following week and they wanted to save their caches for that. And now Nirvana is better than Mobius, so it's like a whole thing, right? Caches are hard to come by, so if you save your caches for a card that gets crapped on, you feel like crap. I mean, it's not rocket science. Wait a minute, this is big brain. Hold on, I'm having a big brain moment right now. I don't have Killmonger yet, but I'm having a big brain moment. That was you skipped, yep. Yeah, so many people do that. Skipped Nirvana for Mobius. Or they just bought the $7,500 bundle, or gold bundle, sorry. 7,500 gold, which is about $100, in order to get Mobius that way. So. Yeah. Yeah, Clash. Ooh, we got him. Ooh, baby, Negasonic. Oh, it took out Rogue. Oh, that's sad. That is actually sad. I want Rogue. Oh, baby, this is perfect. I wanted this. This is what we play for right here. I think we have to snap on this. And yeah, Clash Royale has a lot of problems now. That's why I lost so much player base. So, you know, Marvel Snap isn't there yet, but if they keep making moves like this, that's obviously horrible. I could have actually done Killmonger first. I didn't need to kill Forge there. I could have even saved Killmonger to next turn and done like... Oh no, I need to use him now because I need to clear the rocks. Okay. But our opponent had to skip a turn to get rid of Collapse Mine, and we did not. Ah, this hand sucks. Okay, I was right about them potentially just dodging the right. What'd they do in the mid? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I was right about just dropping that 2-power pig on the right. I'm like, that seems like a good move. That could be good. Does anyone here still play Clash Royale, by the way? Just curious. I used to play it a good amount. It was a long time ago, honestly. It's like more in high school or college. I don't know. I played it a ton, maybe for like 2 years, a year or two, and then I just kind of stopped. Korg, okay. Have a good one, Heim. Appreciate you. I will see you next week potentially, but have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. The Daredevil is still bugged. Yeah, he's a blind now. Yeah, Daredevil extremely blind. Who? Okay, I think we're gonna save Negasonic to be a little cheeky. Here's my plan. I could have done it this turn, but I'm thinking they might do something smaller like Rock Slide or Zabu. Which I could have killed Zabu too. I mean, that is a possibility. But I was really thinking I was being like smart by doing this. I don't know if they fixed Daredevil by next OTA. I think they said that actually needs a patch. Oh, do we get Darkhawk again? Also, I'm surprised they didn't Enchantress on the right. Oh, So they have Darkhawk in hand now because Iron Lad got it. Although she's only going to steal one ability, and she could steal Zabu's ability. Is the thing. Okay, let's do this though. Okay, so she's not going to steal Darkhawk's ability, but she did steal one Zabu. Just one, actually. Oh, that's tough. Oh, wait, no, he came back. Oh, Lord. That's tough. 19. Yeah, I definitely lose that. Okay, we have to retreat this one. I thought I was being smart with Negasonic, but she only killed one card. Because they didn't play on the second one, they just got copied. And their Iron Lad came back, which was a real tragedy. I forget about that location. Spawning dead cards, that's tough. But we do have Rogue, and we're happy about that. And if they play Spider-Ham, it's only hitting Negasonic. Perfect, right on cue. So our Rogue is protected, and we did get a 2-drop, which is beautiful. And we can even hit him with a Storm. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, wait a minute, this could be bad. What'd they get down? Oh, Rock Slide, we don't care. So Scorpion hit that. So Scorpion's already put in 1 extra power. They either do Iron Lad or they go for Darkhawk. We really don't know what they're gonna do. Cosmo's better if it's Iron Lad. Mr. Fantastic is better if it's Darkhawk. Right? Like what do we go for here? I guess I'm gonna go for Cosmo and hope I get an Iron Lad. What did they get? Oh, we did not. Okay. Although I can actually win the middle this way. So it's not terrible. 10 plus 4. And he's losing cards as we play. So I think I'm in the clear right now. Ah, he got a rock. Suck it, Blackbolt. Okay. Now they're going to use Stature, obviously. But we did win the middle. They could actually just move all their cards to the right, though. That's a possibility. But we'll see if this works. I'm not sure it does. I think this might be too weak, but I'm kind of curious. Oh, they got... Oh, wait, Stature doesn't really matter. Okay. I think I lost this. Dang, I should have just moved 1 card to the right. I would have had it, maybe. Okay, now we got a game going. I haven't seen a Darkhawk Blackbolt Stature deck in forever. I've probably not seen that in a couple months. But it seems like it's decent. I don't know if they have Black Widow, but they could. They might also have Spider-Ham. But they have not yet played Spider-Ham. Ooh, the Nexus. Okay, if I get Goose down, the Nexus could be very good for me. I'm going to Fantastic this turn, maybe. Well, I can Fantastic on a different lane and it still works. Okay. So, do we Goose it is like the question. Or, I mean, sorry, do we Storm it is the question. Because they have bigger powered cards. I guess I do. I guess I'm going to Negasonic right now. What'd I hit? Okay, Iron Lad copied Korg, so he did still put something in my deck. But then we blew it up, which feels pretty good. What's going on, Gabriel? How you doing tonight? Jeff, okay. Korg, okay. I do have Goose, but Goose really only helps me if I also had like Rogue to get rid of the Zabu. I need to draw Rogue, is the moral to the story. But we will Goose here. And do I just save a card? I don't know what Grand Central is going to pull, so I'm actually just going to save a card there. Okay. I was thinking they might get Blackbolt down. Okay, perfect. So we do have Storm if we want to get rid of the middle. Ooh, Shang-Chi. So if they do have Darkhawk, which they can play Darkhawk and Stature, but Darkhawk alone is at like 13. Oh, I won the left. I did take the left with Mr. Fantastic's +2 and Silver Surfer. No, what? Ah, we took the L. That was a beautiful Enchantress. Oh wait, no, it tied because Scorpion had hit Jeff. Scorpion, low-key MVP. Scorpion made it so that Jeff was only 2 power. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Wow, beautiful. Scorpion hit their Shang-Chi and their Jeff. I think that's the only 2 cards it hit that they ended up playing. So Scorpion was essentially a 2/4. Well, base 2/4, which I guess is alright, but it helped out where I needed it. So we're very happy. Okay, we'll hold on to Nova. I think the last card in their deck is actually America Chavez. We don't have Nova, but it's a good thing we didn't play him because our Surfer would have been hit and we would have been sad. I hope they got a copy of my pig. We don't actually have any 4-drops, but I'm just going to play this to play a card. And Mr. Fantastic should give us priority. Hopefully we get Rogue. We have not had Rogue right away to stop their Zabu yet. Although now I guess it doesn't matter. Because Elysium. Okay, they got my Mr. Fantastic. Feels bad, man. Goose is kind of useless. I don't want to play Negasonic until like I have priority. I feel like most of my cards here feel kind of useless. Oh, got rid of the ham. The pig. Okay, there's Storm. Storm to Negasonic into Forge. Enchantress, okay. We don't care about that. Iron Lad, is he getting Darkhawk? No, he got Stature, okay. And they do get to play Stature for free, who is 6 power, but I do have a Forge there. Okay, we did get Brood, which is very beautiful. So I don't know if we actually win the right still, because they could play something cheap and then Darkhawk. So I think they still win this one, but there's no point in retreating because they're on their last cube. And they completely abandoned the right and went for the middle with just Rock Slide. What? Okay. They made a decision. I just feel like, I don't know. I thought the middle looked closer, like they had to do more to win. So I thought they would fight harder for the middle, but it was not there. Thank you for watching. Remember to like this video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.